Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'll start with the dua that, O my Lord, open my heart and make my task easy for me, and untie the knot from my tongue so that they understand my speech. Today, our topic of discussion is taxation and income distribution. There is always debate about the tax system. The dominated question by the people are whether its burden is distributed fairly. A sensible discussion of this normative issues requires some understanding of the positive question of how tax affect the distribution of income. Right, a simple way to determine how taxes changes the income distribution would be to conduct a survey in which each person is asked how many rupees he or she pays to the tax collector each year. But now the statutory incidence of a tax indicates who is legally responsible for the tax. In contrast, the economic incidence of a tax is the change in the distribution of private real income brought about by a tax. Our focus in this chapter is on the forces that determine the extent to which statutory and economic incidents differ, which is the amount of tax shifting. Um, the content of our discussion would be tech incidents and general remarks. Then we will discuss partial equilibrium models, ad valorem tax, commodity tax without competition. Tax incidents general remarks. Uh, Several observations should be kept in mind in any discussion of how tax affect the distribution of income. The most prominent example only people can bear taxes is the corporation. Although for many purposes there is a convenient fiction, it sometimes create confusion. From an economist point of view, people, stockholders, workers, landlords, consumers bear taxes. A corporation cannot. Thus, when some politicians declare that businesses must pay its fair share of tax, it is not clear what, if anything, this means. Some people own huge amounts of capital and also work full time. Thus, it seems more relevant to study how taxes affect the way in which total income is distributed among people, which is the size distribution of income. Given information on what proportion of people's income is from capital, land, and labor, change in the factor distribution can be translated into changes in the size distribution. Both sources and uses of income should be considered. Economists commonly ignore effect on the sources side when considering a tax on a commodity and ignore the user's side when analyzing a tax on an input. This procedure is appropriate if the most systematic effect of commodity tax are on the uses of income and those of factor taxes on the sources of income. The assumptions simplify analysis, but its correctness must be considered for each cases. Incidence depends on how prices are determined. We have emphasized that the incidence problem is fundamentally one of determining how taxes change prices. Clearly, different model of prices determined may give quite different answer to the question of who really bear a tax. This chapter considers several different models and compare the results. A closely related issue is in the time dimension of the analysis. Incidence depends on change in the price, but change take times. In most cases, one expect responses to be larger in the long run than the short run. Incident depends on the disposition of the tax revenue. The idea is to examine how incidents differ when one tax is placed with another, holding the government budget constant. This is the differential tax incidence. The hypothetical other tax used as the basis of comparison is often assumed to be lump sum tax. for which the individual's liability does not depend upon behavior. Absolute tax incidence examines the effect of tax when there is no change in other taxes or government expenditure. Balanced budget incident compute the combined effect of levying taxes and government spending financed by those taxes. Tax progressiveness can be measured in different way. Um, the definition of proportional is straightforward. It describes a situation in which the ratio of taxes paid to income is constant, regardless of income level. Defining progressive and regressive is not easy, and unfortunately, ambiguities in definition sometimes confuse public debate. A natural way to define these words in terms of average tax rate, the ratio of taxes paid to income. If the average tax rate increases with income, the system is progressive. If it falls, then taxes is regressive. Confusion arises because some people think of progressiveness in terms of the marginal tax rate, the change in tax paid when respect to change in income. To illustrate the distinction, consider the following very simple income tax structure. Each individual computes her tax bill by subtracting 3,000 from income and paying on amount equal to 20% of the remainder. If the difference is negative, the individual gets a subsidy equal to 20% of the figure. This table shows the amount of tax paid, the average tax rate, and the marginal uh, tax rate for each of several income levels. The average rates increase with income. However, the marginal rate is constant at 0.2 because of the each additional dollar earned. The individual pays an additional 20 cents regardless of income level. People could disagree about the progressiveness of this tax system. Important to make the definition clear when using the term regressive and progressive. In the reminder, measuring how progressive a tax system is present and even harder task than defining progressiveness. Many reasonable alternatives have been proposed, and we consider two simple ones. The first say that the greater the increase in average tax rate as income increases, the more progressive the system. Algebraically, let TO and T0 and T1 with the tax liabilities and income level I0 and I1 respectively. The measurement of progressiveness is can be calculated like with this with the help of this formula. Once the analyst has found the economic incidence of tax as embodied in T1 and T0, the tax system with the higher value of V1 is said to be more progressive. The second possibility is to say that the one tax system is more progressive than other if its elasticity of tax revenue with respect to income, um, that is the percentage change in tax revenue divided by the percentage change in income is higher. Here the expression is evaluated in, we not define as this.